So welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah J for those of you who are new. Today I'm actually going to paint an abstract painting using just 3 colors. If you've ever wanted to try abstract art or felt intimidated as to where to begin, this video is for you. So what is abstract art? Abstract art is art that doesn't look like anything specific, and it's based on emotion and feeling and mood. It's all about color, movement, and space. Abstract art is about expression, emotion, and imagination. You don't have to have a particular idea, so you can just start painting what you feel. So abstract art emerged in the early 20th century, and artists started to ask questions like, what if I painted a painting based on feeling, not necessarily to represent anything in particular? Instead of painting trees and people, they focused on color, space, texture, and movement. Artists like Kandinsky, Rothko, and Joan Mitchell started to put out interesting pieces of work that quite surprised people, and they weren't quite sure what to do with it. Another interesting part of abstract art, it's more about feeling, creativity, and imagination. So you don't actually need to spend years training to be an artist. But what is helpful, I think, is to know the basic fundamentals of painting, how to use paint, how to use brush, and how to do basic drawing. But at the end of the day, you don't need to do all of that. You can just paint your abstract painting. What's most important is you have curiosity and a willingness to learn and give things a go. Personally, I have been interested in abstract art for many years. In art college, you do trial many different forms of art, and I did give abstract art a bit of a go, and I attempted to copy a few different famous paintings. I remember seeing Picasso's Weeping Woman, and I thought, wow, that is so interesting. And over the years, as I've gotten older, I've been more and more keen to, I guess, have a play and experiment. And I think as artists, it is really important to constantly be learning and being open to try new things. So with that in mind, I turned on my computer the other day and I saw the most amazing screensaver of these flamingos flying through the sky. And I thought, that is a great concept for my abstract painting. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to use the general concept. It's definitely going to be intuitive, and I'm going to be in the flow. I'm going to try using a few different tools, but I'm only going to give myself the allowance of 3 colors. And the 3 colors that I've decided on are sky blue, a sand color, and a bit of a charcoal gray. And I think that I can make something special out of that. And I definitely want to create a sense of movement with that, being that it is based on a concept of birds. So why don't you join me today and get out your paints? You can pause the video whenever you want for the next step. Let's dive in. So we're going to use some canvas paper for this one. Decided to go with the gloves today because I feel like it's going to be a very creative, fun mess. Okay, so this is the general feel of it with the sand color, the blue, and we've got some of those charcoal colors in there. Got some tools here, some palette knives. I've got my water spray, that could come in handy. Found this stick in the garage, could be good for scraping. And of course I've got a cloth for wiping up. Pretty low in the yellow ochre, so I've decided to go with gold. I think that will look good anyway. And that is our gorgeous gold. So I'm going to put them all on the palette. Beautiful sky blue here. Pop that on. I feel like we'll need a lot of that. And I've had to opt for black because I don't actually have charcoal. And I've allowed myself to use white just for lightening. I'm just going to sand it up first. So limiting myself to just 3 colors really does help me to stay focused and create harmony rather than getting overwhelmed with choices. Sometimes when you have a lot of colors on your palette, you can feel like you're not sure what to do next. So when I look at the picture that my inspiration is, there's this beautiful sky blue, and so that was one of the colors that I thought I really wanted to focus. And while it is an abstract art, I am really depicting sky in this. And I found this great fan brush, and I thought that would be perfect to bring in my charcoal, or really it's almost a black color here, and the idea being this is creating the movement. So the flamingos, that feeling of movement from the flamingos is what I'm really creating with that fan brush. Now I didn't have the sand color in my stock level, but I did have this gorgeous gold, and I thought, oh, that is perfect, because gold is sort of got that glam factor. And using a palette knife is really fun. It's a great tool when you just want to get that paint on and you just want to play and you just want to have fun. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just playing with the color. So I'm adding some layers here. I'm playing with contrast. I'm doing fast strokes and slow strokes as well. Abstract art reminds me a little bit of music. You can have no lyrics and you can still get a beautiful feeling from a song. And that's really what I feel is very akin to me for abstract art, is there's an emotion and a feeling and a mood that you can create without necessarily understanding what that picture is or what's the painting about. I like the feeling of freedom that I've got here, and I'm just going in with the different colors. I am using white, but I consider white really to be a shade. I find that listening to music is a really great way to get into that gorgeous flow. So I've actually got my headphones on listening to music here. When you're in the process of painting, you might be surprised how making a certain shape or even a stroke can stir something in you, some joy, and even create energy. Art doesn't need to be understood, it just needs to be felt. My camera did die during this, so I've moved on to my iPhone, but now I'm just going in with my flat brush again. The flat brush is great because you can create a really full feel of the color. Flat brushes can create a really fun effect, and also honestly just a tissue to grab some of that extra paint and to create some dryness in certain areas of the picture. I am literally just in it at this point in time. I am feeling my way through this picture. There's really no rules with abstract art. It's really about being in that moment and creating texture and mood. So if you watch the video to the end, put a smiley face in the comments so I know. And here it is, my finished abstract artwork created with just 3 colors. What do you see when you look at it? What do you feel? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe so you're notified of future art videos. I hope to see you again really, really soon. Until then, bye for now. Bye. Snow on a rainy day. Yeah. There she is. Cutie. Yep, that's my snow bear.